Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a tour of the entire property, front and backyard. A year and a half ago, we ripped it all out and we installed the hardscaping in the fall, and then this spring we put in all of the plant material. And I can't wait to show you. So we're at the very front and we just finished installing the gate and the columns. I'm super happy with how it turned out. I was a bit concerned about the color of the stone, but in the end, even though it didn't appear to be a perfect match in the beginning, it's so far away from the house that I think it really looks great. It just frames the property really beautifully. Let's go inside. So when we first moved in, there was just a asphalt driveway that was too far to the right-hand side of the house, and Marianne White, who is my fabulous landscape designer, she does e-design. She helps my clients, who I refer all the time, all over North America. It would never look like this if it wasn't for her. And she immediately designed the driveway to go right in the middle. Now, I just put in gravel because I feel like it has the feeling of a French country estate anyway. So I love the curves that Marianne designed. We put in limelight hydrangeas. I had found an Instagram account online, and when I sent it to her, she goes, oh, it's the Duke garden that you're putting in. So that's what she designed for us, and I just love it. It's just so beautiful. It makes me so happy every day. The one thing that was existing here was the willow tree. Now, it adds beautiful scale to this house, but I'm telling you, this tree sheds all summer long. I'm sweeping up little leaves, and in the winter time, it sheds branches. So, but it is beautiful. This entire garden area here was designed specifically to cover up 4 septic tank covers. They come right up to here. So I just love the design. I think it's absolutely beautiful what she did to install like a fountain, and we put in some pea gravel here. You know, gardens are a work in progress, and so as things move along, you're gonna move things around because it's a huge installation what we did all at once. The last garden was all a white garden, and we did it all white up here, but I did add yellow to the back of the garden, as you will see. When you're building a new house, don't forget to leave space for a foundation planting. I've seen so many new builds where the concrete comes directly up to the house, and right here, all they had was a big, tall, overgrown tree. So we took that out, and Marianne suggested that we put some boxwoods here with some roses, and we have this limelight hydrangea. The most amazing thing about this house, it was just a miracle to find such a beautiful house, and the fact that all this house needed was a new paint job. Everything you see here, other than we overgrouted the stone, and we just love the front of the house and the way it turned out. Now, the backyard had one of the biggest transformations because there was 5 overgrown Christmas trees that were right behind the pool, and I immediately took those down on day 1. When we took possession, I took them down. The thing that drove me the most crazy was the rocks that were on both sides of this patio area. And we went through a lot of, well, can we take them out? Is it structurally going to be bad? And finally, somebody came along and said, no, the house is not supported by these rocks. So this is a pool house, and it's so funny because I was really bothered by the design of the pool house when it was in the bleak shade of dark taupe, and there was a bunch of barbecues and just junk hanging out in front of it. But then, after we painted it, the gorgeous cream color that it is right now, I think it's absolutely fabulous. And so of course I had to install a vignette. I found this piece of art from Home Sense, which then I had it actually bolted into the wall so that it wouldn't blow away in the wintertime. And so what did we do with the barbecue, you might be asking? Well, let's go take a look, shall we? So this is where we installed it so that it's no longer an eyesore. So this is where Taria's gas barbecue is. She's a gourmet chef, and luckily it was her idea to put it here. The only thing that we kept in this backyard were these lindale trees, which are not the best tree. I don't recommend them. They shed, they have aphids. However, they do provide shade, and so we're not taking them out at this point. So we put in the row of boxwood, and Marianne suggested that we install an urn. And look at the fabulous begonias. They just look so amazing. So over here, Marianne then designed the boxwoods to frame the back part of the pool. And then we put in some bobo hydrangeas that will eventually grow over the boxwoods. So nobody installs a curve quite like Marianne. She is so good at that. It makes it look like such a professional garden. And one of my most favorite parts of the entire garden is the vegetable garden. And it's back here. So we did all of this installation this spring. So it was a lot of work. Marianne designed these gorgeous triangle beds, French country inspired. And one of the things that we really love about this backyard is this most fabulous honey locust tree. It is just stunning. Like, it provides such beautiful scale, and we just love it. We love the view from back here. Like, it really is stunning. When there was nothing back here last summer, because we had to go through the whole summer while we were looking for landscapers, I found this set on Marketplace, and it's just this outdoor dining set because totally perfect underneath this tree. The cobblestones were already there. They were just covered with weeds, and it was on Marketplace for $125. And I was like, oh, can I just e-transfer you right now? And he's like, sure, and I can deliver it for $25. Yay! I was so happy. So the greenhouse we put in as well. Taria is a gourmet, and her favorite thing is the vegetable gardens. So I love the design that Marianne came up with. We put in these 3x12 vegetable garden beds. And one thing I learned was that you put in marigolds, and that keeps out the pests. So when Taria realized that, she was a little less cranky over the marigolds that were seemingly taking over the garden. So the other thing that was here already was the split rail fence, which we have gone back and forth on whether we should take out, but we don't mind the way that it now frames the vegetable garden area. So this area was installed last. I love our little concrete urn here, the yellow roses, and the boxwood framed beds. And then we put in some river rock here. We do not have the greenhouse done yet because I just didn't know exactly what to do with it yet. And we did do a lot this spring, so this fall we will be working on designing exactly what the greenhouse should look like. Now you might be wondering, there's a few concrete balls hanging around. I have them also in the front, but balls are just happy. So I just love the way they kind of frame the entrance. And here is where we have our lettuce garden. I love my "Don't Piss Off the Fairies" sign. And then we have our kale garden back here. And over here, our basil took off like crazy. And these are the tomatoes. So we didn't plant this garden actually until the end of June. We were a bit late, you know, getting this all in. And but so we were super happy with how it took off. So we were so thrilled to find this house still 5 minutes away from my family, my sisters and my mom, and to now have it all done, all the landscaping, so that we can enjoy it with our friends and family. And hope you enjoyed this tour today. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe below. See you next time.